Hi guys, I'm going to try another swing. I think I may be a little too late for it though. Again, we're waiting for the bullish engulfing. I should say the bullish setup because we've gone to 15. We are outside of the box at the minute, but we have wicked above. Excuse me. The previous day, New York PM session, and we've came back in. Okay. I think moving forward, we need to sort of see a break of a 15 to go down to a 5 as we try to refine this. We come back into the 5 minute for the condition, and obviously, we're waiting for the condition of the bullish candle, followed by a bearish engulfing. So we're just waiting for that. Again, as we're pushing further up, we're going close to the setup. So we're just waiting to see what happens. And at the minute, we're waiting for this bullish candle to form, and then we just want the bearishness to come in. We've got about 30 seconds left of this current candle. It may end up where it's going to be the bearish angle because we've got the bullish. We're waiting for the bearish engulf, and at the minute, this is stuck within its range. And like I say, I'm just trying to measure up. This is the hardest bit. It's trying to get the pips to the ratio on an entry. And I just want this to come below this here so I can go for a sell. That's a sell position. We'll bring this in. We'll look for we're going to look for a 1 to 2. Here's a 1 to 2. We'll bring this back in. Modify that. Again, we'll bring this into here because we know we got the 50% touch right there. Again, I want to do a 50% on here. We'll do an alert on that there, just to see it to take partial area. And we'll continue to watch this. Like I say, guys, this is just, it's not having the process absolutely spot on. At the moment, we know the system works, but we need to find the parameters of which is going to be best to sort of have the kill boxes or the entries and things like that. So like I say, we are in a little bit of profit at the moment. We are down on the account in fairness, but hopefully if we get towards that take partial area and we take a partial off, there's two options we can do moving forward. It's either move the SL to break even or just above the break even and leave the whole risk on the table and hope we get that 2%, or you take a partial and move the risk to break even. My apologies. I had a late night last night. Like I say, we can say we got uh, most. I think the way forward going from the anchor point. Let's start from the anchor point first of all. We certainly need to wait and see a break of liquidity. Okay. And I think from there, in a standpoint, we need to keep it on a 15 minute and wait for the displacement on the 15 minute, if that makes sense, rather than dropping straight to a 5 minute. It's all very well and good having the break from the pivot point and going down to the 5 minute, but I do believe on the 15 minute we need to see the displacement come back in on the 15 minute. I think adding that refinement to the rule is going to be absolutely crucial to this. So again, spike out, we come back in on the 15-minute, then we drop to that 5 minutes. We anticipate the high and the low, we come back to 50%. Then when we get that, we drop to the 1 minute. And then from there, we anticipate the move of this, which is we're looking for the sell. So you're looking for the bullish candle, which is this here, which is that there, okay? And then you're immediately waiting for the bearish engulfing because we are looking for the sell. That's where this came in, okay? So all those aligned. The only thing that's putting me off at the minute is this particular thing, which is the MACD. The MACD still showing a bit of strength. It's not like turning red. However, the strong green, the dark green is this, the momentum. The light green is telling me it's waning off. The signal lines, there's starting to be a crossover here as well. So this could indicate it's going to push down with a bit of luck. That's what we're waiting to see what's going to happen. And as we can see, was just starting to turn on the MACD. We're just starting to turn a little bit of red, which is good for us. We want to see the momentum change in our favor. So like I say, looking at what we've done so far, we still keeping with a risk management, okay? We're still keeping within a risk management. So we've understood that we've had 2 shots on one of the pairs this morning. This is a little bit later into this morning of where I would normally like to trade, but looking on the process of what I've done today, and it's more, excuse me again, it's really down to that 15-minute anchor. The 15-minute anchor, I don't think we've been holding on to staying on that time frame long enough. I do believe to get more confluence into moving into the next step, we need to stay on that anchor time frame a little bit longer. So then when we do get the displacement come back in, we can then move to that 5 minute. And at the minute, going from what we're seeing here and then moving to that 5 minute and then the 1 minute and getting the trigger, it looks to be okay. However, we are fluctuating on the entry line. And I do believe when I look at this, this is mainly because we are heading out of where the volume comes in. The first hour or so of the London session is where the volume is. So we could get stuck in a stagnant consolidated period. If we look to the left of where we have been entering, let's just see what price has been telling us. Well, we can see for sure this is our swing point, okay? And as price is driven down, it has left behind areas of imbalance, which will be that there come along. We've come up to this so far into the imbalance, so we lift that a bit higher up. We come further along, there's a lot of liquidity has been residing down this area, okay? As we come further along, price then has came up to mitigate into the imbalance. As you can see there, it's mitigated through it, and then it's coming back down, and it's just sort of consolidating at the moment, you know. So price efficiency with regards from the high to the break of the liquidity here, to the break of structure, down to this lower high, lower low, sorry, okay, high, lower low. We are now coming back up towards the inefficiency of this imbalance, create a liquidity pool here as we are bouncing along, in essence, creating liquidity underneath on this lower low. We come up into the imbalance of this. Hopefully, if structure holds on here, we just create a lower high. And then if we do then get the momentum shift and the signal and the MACD turning for us, the next phase from that lower high coming from this here to this, from this lower low, the next direction will be to attack all of this liquidity pool right underneath here, okay? So that's what I'm sort of looking at the moment. I've not checked on the currency strength. There's no need to. I'm giving this one swing on this. If it misses, it misses. We just understand where we are with price, structure, liquidity. If we understand the frame and where we are structurally, and what's the lagging indicator, because that's what the MACD is. It's a lagging indicator. We just need to see what that is telling us from the previous so many candles, and then hopefully we can get into the right entry on this. Okay, so again, we've come up to mitigate into this area, and it's just sort of consolidating after it's mitigated. Between where price is here or where it's mitigated to, the price efficiency from there to there. And as we look at that from an order block perspective, okay, and we push along here, it's tapped into the order block up here, okay. So hopefully that little outset and what I've been showing you is sort of giving you an insight of what I'm looking at and why I've entered. Again, we are in a little bit of profit. What I'll do is I'll pause the video, and I do hope that this video is going to sort of help you with regards to the identification of what I've done with this in this entry. Okay, so I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a short while, guys. All right, okay, guys, so it looks like we're going to be ready to close a partial. So if I do 150, 150, close off 150 of that, close a partial there. I'll move this just above the break even. Again, if this comes and stops me out, it's another $11 on top of what we've already sort of took as partial. So that 100 odd in debt is now off that partial, has now brought us down to $52 of debt. I could have, if I, which I should really do, I should really take that profit there and keep this account in profit, to be fair. So I'm just taking a look at this and I'm looking at the time, it's nearly 11 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, if I'm honest with you, I'm going to close it off. I'm going to close the whole trade off. So I know I'm in profit for risk management, and also knowing I'm just $20 in profit. We'll see if it was going to be the right decision or whether this goes to a 2%. Like I say, we're too late into the morning session, to be fair, for my liking. We'll see if this would have went to 2%, but you've seen the realization of why I was taking this entry, what I was doing. What I'm finding at the minute, because like I say, I'm documenting this for myself as well as doing it for when I do stuff on Facebook and in the Discord. It is hard to trade 3 or 4 pairs using this system and trying to have, when you get the mitigation, trying to get your SLs for your 1 to 2 spot on, I do think the way forward is to just try and use the 1 pair. But like I said, I'm putting it out there. I am just going to continue try and do these four setups. This will probably go to that 2%, to be fair, but we'll just pause the video and we'll come back in the next hour or two. We'll see what this would have done today. I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys. So we have actually hit the 2% there. You can see. However, like I say, going on what I've been doing so far. I mean, this video today is just one of many that I'm doing inside of a journey of, like I said, my ICT. It's not exactly ICT methods. However, if you just bear with me, I just want to share something. Just open this. So I'm starting to document stuff in here. I've got some videos from yesterday I've got one from this morning already, and this will be the second one to go on this. So I'm making a library and documenting a diary of what I'm doing. Okay. And it's not a case of being spot on straight away. I do know the system works. We did and have been looking at previous sort of breakouts, conditions, and what's been happening and how it pertains and how it works. However, the caveat to this, like I say, I'm not going to lie, I don't hide behind anything. The numbers are there to show it is a tradable setup, it is a tradable system, it is a tradable strategy, it is a tradable method. However, the caveat is it's knowing when to get in. We do have the step down conditions of the anchor, the condition, and the trigger, okay, and the refinement of with regards to the fibs on the 5 minute, which is the condition, and then dropping from that 5 to the 1 minute. And the most important bit, which I think keeps us out of a hell of a lot of bad situations, is this right here. Okay, so again, I'm giving you the consensus of what I'm seeing and what I'm doing of this. When we come into the 1 minute, this is absolutely spot on with regards to why. However, rewinding and going back to the anchor part, okay, I've been too quick in going from the 15 minute on the breakout down to the 5 minute, okay? So it's one thing having a system and a strategy and you look at it in a hindsight manner, okay, and seeing it does do what it says on the tin. However, putting it into practice and utilizing the system and the method, the strategy and the plan is another thing. Okay. So what I found so far in the last couple of days is when I'm looking to get in at the optimal entry. I've been a little bit of hit and miss, but again, with the risk management being there, okay, I haven't been too far off. Okay. Now, the reason I closed this a little bit early is because I don't like to be into the morning trade too late going into the 11 o'clock time. You can see down here on the right, it is just after 11 o'clock. It has gone to the 2%. We would have been a little bit in profit, a little bit more, maybe a couple of $100 in profit. But I'm happy with keeping the head above water at the moment while I'm at the stage of refinement. So this is where I am, okay? When we are at the 15 minute and we're waiting for the structure and the pivot point break, okay, as you can see here, what I want to see is not just a pivot point smash through, okay, like we see here, we've got the Asian. I was getting in too early this morning at around about here, okay. What was happening was we did come down. It wasn't a bad entry, to be fair, because we still had a couple of bearish candles here. Okay. What we really need to see, in fairness, is not only a break of a key level like a New York EM or a New York PM or a true day or an Asian, okay, or maybe even London when you're doing the New York session. What we are needing to see is when we get the push through and a break of liquidity, in this instance, the liquidity being that of all of this. Okay, and we understand the New York EM, the New York PM, and the true day being there. Okay, we really need to see a displacement coming back through after the breakout. Now, I'm going to go into this a little bit more detail at the minute. What we can see, we've broken out through the true day and the New York sessions. Okay, so we've got the high, we've got a displacement coming back in on this, which is this here. Okay, we brought this back down to the low. Now, a refinement I want to do moving forward is not dropping to the 5 minutes straight away. What I want to do is sort of leave the 5 minutes to play. And what I want to see, you can see in here, yes, it's came back up, okay? But you'll see within these, and then this is a little bit messy at the minute, these two candles here, okay? This to this. This is what we call a separation candle. So just bear with me because I've got somebody at the door. Okay, so what we've got here, this is what we call separation candles. And what I mean by separation candles is we've come from the high down to the low. Okay. It means momentum hasn't been strong enough to push straight back through on either of these candles to take out this high. So it tells us there is a possibility of a momentum shift. 15-minute candles, so there's half an hour there, okay, where it hasn't come and pushed above here. Okay, so what I'm wanting to see when we look at this from a bigger scale, we go back, we see 15 minutes. Okay, New York EM, New York PM, we broke out the Asian. I was getting in here. Okay, when we go and look at that there, the high to that low, you can see instantly, bang, bang, momentum too strong, push through. I lost out there. So I decided on when we come into this, we looked and we seen there was more liquidity taken here with regards to the New York AM, PM, and the true day. When I looked at this, and like I see, watch this video back, I spoke about when we got a pullback. I want to stay on the 15-minute that little bit longer, maybe for two candles, and I want to see in a refinement changes what I've done today. I want to see what we call what's the word I've just used? The separation candle. That's it. Sorry. So the separation candle, and the difference between that 0.5 and the 0 and the 0.5 and the 1, this is premium price. The top end is discount. The middle is the equilibrium. Okay, so I want to see a separation of air. That's why it's called a separation candle. A separation here. So when we do come into uh, the 50% on this candle, and when we drop it into the 5, okay, which we see here, when we come into here and we see the separation and we drop it into here, we see there's the 5-minute touch. What we are looking for then, we just get this up on here as I run through the slight rules of what we're looking at. Once we drop it from that 15-minute anchor and we understand we've had that separation candle, okay, we are waiting for the 50% touch. This is when we can say, right, we are certainly in a discounted area. We drop it to a 1 minute, okay? Now, when we drop it into a 1 minute, we should understand when we're looking for a sell condition, we want a bullish candle. And after the bullish candle, we want an engulfing bearish. So it's got to swallow the whole of the candle, because as this has been buying, it closes the candle here. The open of the candle's there. So this could have a wick on there. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And as long as price, when it's fluctuating on its time, as long as price closes, if it closes like that, it's not valid. It has to close and swallow the whole of the previous bullish candle. This is when we know it's a bearish engulfing price action. Okay, so we came in at 50%, and then we're looking for the bullish candle. So there's a bullish candle. Next one was bullish, 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 bullish. Okay, next one was bearish, but it was not engulfing the bullish candle. Okay, we got in here, we see here bullish candle, that's what's here. The next candle after it, okay, we got to close, and then we push down. We can clearly see that this here has came down below here. We got in on an entry here. Yes, we sustained a little bit of heat, okay, but at the same time we got another bullish candle, and then we got another massive bearish candle there. So you could have, if you missed this one, you could have gotten in on this entry, okay, and then again we seen we got a bullish and then we got a bearish. You could have gotten in here and had a bit of a tighter stop loss. Okay, this actually went to the 2%, which I'm happy about. But that's the way I'm seeing this, and it's the way I'm moving forward. I'm happy that I've still got the head just above water. And I hope this session this morning, I've decided to put this one out straight on the Facebook wall and straight into the Discord, because I do believe that this holds a lot of golden nuggets with regards to the thought process and why I was doing certain things And more so now that I'm refining what I'm doing and sharing the journey and recording and documenting, you'll understand why I'm doing this process of when we get the breakout to key levels, we still need to stay on the 15 minutes because we ultimately need to see the 15-minute displacement as well, rather than being a breakout at key levels, 15-minute breakout, take it to the 5. I think we're jumping the gun a little, so we need to sort of keep it on the 15, wait and see what's happening on the 15, wait for the displacement after the breakout to come back through into the 15. And then when we get that, we wait for a separation candle and then we can down it to the 5-minute condition. When you down it into the 5-minute condition from there, you should be instantly more or less getting into a 50% discounted area. And then from there, it's just a case of taking it to that 1 minute and looking for the trigger points, okay? I hope that makes a lot of sense. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I love trading with a passion. I do have a keen eye with regards to price action and things like that. And I can sort of generalize what I need to do based upon a structure and price action and watching how prices reacting from certain key levels. Okay, so again, if you're watching this on the Facebook, please give it a thumbs up straight away. Let me know if you're watching this journey. Let me know if you are trying this journey. Let me know how you're doing with it. Let me know if you've been profitable. Are you hitting any losses with it? In the comments, let me know where you're from, where you're trading from, how long you've been trading. Are you part of the community of the Forex Fire in the Discord? Are you looking to become part of the community in the Forex Fire Discord? And more importantly, if you have friends or anyone that likes to do trading as well, and you think this would be beneficial to them as well, please hit the share button, because the more we like, the more we comment, the more we share, it shows that I've got that little bit of an audience that is interested in this and is wanting to move forward and trying to progress in what they do, okay? And if you want to be an epic supporter, okay, in the comments thread, there is a nice little star icon, which I will show you. Let's have a look. If I just go into Facebook, just to close this off, let's go into the share. I'll share this, right? So again, if you want to come in and you want to show your support, let's take a look, see if I can find one that may have it. So David, shout out to you, my friend. If you want to share your support, you can hit the give stars, the pennies, to be fair. And like I say, it just shows I've got an audience there that's interested in this, okay? So any videos that I do and you want to become an epic supporter, hit the star icon, and then it just shows me that you are very, very interested in what I'm doing on this, okay? So hopefully you've enjoyed the London session on this. I'll try and get onto something on New York and maybe something on the New York PM later today, okay? But I just thought I would share this recorded one as part of the diary, because I do believe it's full of golden nuggets. And more so as I'm doing a refinement in the journey in the diary, I do find that these little refinements can help gain better profits, okay? Until the next one, I shall catch you later. John, Mr. Forex Fire, out.